Hello everyone, welcome back to Gospel News. We are still here bringing you updates back to back, and as you can see on the screen, we are talking about Nnamdi Kanu, the only prisoner of conscience we know about right now in Nigeria. The man who has been incarcerated for speaking truth to power and fighting for Biafra freedom. They say that Aloy, Ejimakor, the special counsel, have spoken up concerning this illegal detention of Nnamdi Kanu. He has been speaking right, left, and center, everywhere when he go. Now the matter we so he on this latest update, he said Nnamdi Kanu's detention is a humiliation of 70 million Igbo people. Yes, and I agree with him. 101,000,000%. IPOB leaders lawyer Ejimakor says, and I'm be Nnamdi Kanu, the man we wear Opu Omenala anyi, and barrister lawyer Ejimakor who wear black I be like saying a court dressing. I'm be that one who you know wear this avunfun within the wear for head. I'm be that one who, and this man too when be lawyer here under him their particular photo also spoke on what happened in this election. The man, you know, they take him easy. They speak point blank. You know, they fear anybody. This man, what they call Dele Farotimi, he still be like this barrister Aloy Ejimakor. If not be say, hey, the way when Nigeria take day, I make they come they like say then they different. That man, you know what's up, but they just want to be on the side of better Nigeria. But it not be like say in they like the Nigeria. Of course, a lot of people knows that, but if you speak now, they go say you they talk. I make them still stand on the in the middle. But we go into details. And on another note, update we don't do on our table for some time now. They say court awards Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer 5.5 million in damages against troubled lawyer Emeka Ugwuonye over defamation, and orders him to give public apology. May we go into these two details very quickly. Barrister Aloy Ejimakor, one of the lawyers representing the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, which is Nnamdi Kanu, has said the continued detention of IPOB leader is akin to humiliating 70 million people in the country. Ejimakor said this in a tweet made on Friday, which is today, in which he also noted that it will be difficult to separate Igbos from Nnamdi Kanu. Of course, that is inseparable. He said, if you think you can separate Nnamdi Kanu from Igbo, think again, because it's impossible. The two are like Siamese twins, joined together forever. So detaining MNK amount to virtually detaining and humiliating 70 million Igbos. That's impolitic and dicey to boot. Ejimakor earlier said that the detention of IPOB leader was not based on the law of the land, but on the politics of tribe and ethnicity, which is this thing that we have been talking about, that a lot of hatred has been shown to the Igbo people, especially those who are fighting for Biafra. In March, in fact, what am I even talking about? Even those who are sabotaging Biafra, as far as they are from the southeastern part of the country, and Igbos especially, they are also receiving the humiliation. Take, for example, our brother within the color, Joseph Carlo, how he opened his mouth and was crying like a little baby because of what this government of APC did to him. Those of us we know about the picture, and be this one who, when all Joseph they cry, even though he gave Lord Panther to Fulani people, made them they poof us because we are fighting for Biafra, but they gave him woto at the government level. No be juju be that. In March, Ejimakor tweeted that the detention of the separatist leader is based on politics of tribe, and it would tear Nigeria apart sooner than later, as the Nigerian government cannot have it both ways. They cannot eat their cake and have it. A politics that is based on the tribe and ethnicity is doomed to tear a country apart. Barack Obama. The continued detention of MNK is not based on law, but on the same politics of tribe that we surely, he did not say we tear, he said must, it is a must, we tear Nigeria apart. And this is the truth of the matter, and it's just a matter of time. Just give it a little time, and you will see what this man is saying. He said that this thing will happen sooner or later. You can't have both ways. Never, he had said. Kanu has been in the custody of the Department of State Services, DSS, since June 2021, after he was kidnapped in Kenya and extraordinarily renditioned by the Nigerian government. Now, after this, his incarceration and a long battle, the Court of Appeal on October 13, 2022, in its unanimous judgment, discharged and acquitted Nnamdi Kanu of all the charges leveled against him by the Nigerian government and ordered his immediate and unconditional release from detention. That was during the administration of the Okonkonyano Gorena Sorok, which they call Muhammadu Mbuari, who Nnamdi Kanu told us that the man don't move through way in United Kingdom, and they go bury him for 2 feet grave we did for Saudi Arabia, a people who cannot build common hospital, even as the president of Nigeria, and even the current president of Nigeria, where we get today, we they call Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is not planning anytime soon to build hospitals that can contain his ailment, even though he know well. They prefer to enter jet, enter planes, and fly to other countries for treatment. An ideology which I termed as foolishness, because no single human being who is responsible would do this, going to another country to treat himself when you have all the money in this world, all the technicians, all the doctors, the best surgeons, and everything are from that same country, and you have failed to build hospitals that can take care of your ailment, even though you know that you are old, frail, ill, and should be looked at every point in time. You prefer to enter plane to go to another man's country, build your investment in billions and trillions, instead of developing your own state. You go there to treat yourself. That is how foolish our Nigerian politicians have been, which is very, very stupid of them. Now, the Court of Appeal on 13th October 2022, in its judgment, discharged and acquitted Nnamdi Kanu of all charges leveled against him by the Nigerian government and ordered his immediate and unconditional release from detention. However, he has remained in detention as the government objected to the appeal court ruling, said that they no go leave him. Now, he make Nnamdi Kanu still day where in day to day. The same kind of thing, the same kind of game that INEC played during the election by stealing the mandate of P2B, which was clearly given by the Nigerian people, and giving it to Tinubu. Okay, today the battle has been on in the court, up and down, for how many months, and billions are being wasted, money that should have been used to move on and repair the country. It's a shame that we have people, human beings of this caliber, as leaders in Nigeria. Let us play this video from Dele Farotimi, a lawyer in Nigeria, who for once showed us his dada, you know, that if he were not of that category, that the Nigerian police would have taken him to prison and accused him of being a Yahoo boy. Okay, let's listen to him on this INEC matter.
What do you think went wrong?
It is very clear what went wrong. INEC deliberately, and I say this without any equivocation and with all sense of responsibility, INEC deliberately sabotaged the electoral process because it was working to a predetermined, obnoxious, and nauseous conclusion. It's not about the system failing. It's about human beings electing on their own to sabotage the system. This is, if I switch off the TV screen behind you, it goes off. But it requires my intervention to go off.
If you look at the 2015 election, I don't know if you participated, and you jump into 2019 and then 2023, if you look at those three last elections, how would you describe the development and the progress of our electoral process?
Let me put it this way. What INEC has done is that it has more or less placed our democracy. I wasn't always convinced as to the truthfulness of that exercise anyway, but what they have done essentially is to remove the place of the citizens, the place of the voters from the electoral process. It simply means that any two-bit person that is assigned to the office of the electoral, the chairman of INEC can do exactly what the resident commissioner in Adamawa did, and unilaterally on his own, following the example of Yakubu, declare anybody he cares to declare and say, go to court. So if you're looking at the 2015 election, the 2019 election, all I can tell you is that the 2023 election is the bottom pot of Nigerian electoral malfeasance. Everything that was ever wrong in elections came to the fore in 2023, essentially because Yakubu lost his sense of shame.
So when you are personalizing it...
it's not personalizing. I'm sorry, Shem, I need to clear this.
Yeah, because you are mentioning...
I have to mention him.
And it's just one person in that head.
He is the head.
So what would you like him to...
The head is rotten.
You think he's to blame? What blame
is an institutional blame.
Okay.
The blame is for the entire institution. I dealt with INEC in Lagos on behalf of the Obi campaign. It was my brief to pick up the election material for the petition. I know the level of stonewalling, and I made sure to write officially at the time to let them know. I know the amount of stonewalling, deliberate stonewalling and delays that we encountered from the wreck in Lagos, and everybody concerned with giving us the electoral material that we had paid for. We had to bring copiers from outside, from Rank Xerox, to come to INEC, to come and make photocopies. It was that bad. They stonewalled us every step of the way. So if I'm saying Yakubu, I'm only speaking about Yakubu as a type, not as a person. He's a type, but he is the one who sits at the head of the organization.
So you think the 2023 outing of INEC
is the worst ever?
So, but how then do you think the election was rigged or was manipulated, or how would you describe it?
Put it this way. If we're speaking to the participation of Nigerians, their involvement in the process, you cannot fault Nigerians. Across the political divides, we might have our differences, we had our arguments, but the beauty of democracy is that when you vote and somebody emerges in a clear and credible process, you applaud. And then you go away, you go prepare for the next election, expecting and hoping that you'll be able to persuade the people by showing how bad the policies of the people who have won might have been, so that they will vote for you the next time. But in a situation where you see the level of brigandage that were evidenced, especially on March 18, not just the 25th now, the level of violence, intimidation, complete takeover of the city space by criminal elements, ably abetted by agents of state.
These are outside of the rules of INEC, isn't it?
Let me put it this way. If INEC, as an institution, is examined, and then you look outside, you don't look beyond INEC, you'll first of all be having a distorted picture. Is a system. INEC is only a part of that system. The judiciary is a part of that system. The police is a part of that system. It's a systemic failure. But we are dealing specifically with INEC. And that's why you may, and as you have pointed out, say, okay, what about INEC? Point is, INEC, it was the principal failure on the day. Every other one was tangential.
All right, when I don't hear the matter from this man directly on this issue of court, I wasn't Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer, 5 million. We will come on the next update to give you full details of what happened about that because time is not on our side. Let's go straight to the next update and stay tuned here. Don't forget to share this information to the general public. May they know waiting they happen on as you take the go. God bless you and see you on the next one. Thank you.